Greetings everyone, welcome back to more Dragon Quest Heroes. Alright, so we need to talk to people and do the things. There's our saved lady.
Goddess speed.
Okay, so we bought a new weapon. We have skill points. Let's see, I do want to get Frost Slash immediately. And that will open up this thing, which we are going to definitely save up for because it is borderline broken. So, let's just start talking to folks.
Oh no.
Why would the monsters attack us? They're our friends. I just don't understand what's happening. But everything will be alright, won't it? The Will Tree will protect us just like it always has.
It's a frickin' tree. Just look at that skyline. It's just frickin' gorgeous. I didn't notice that before. Frickin' Dragon Quest games, man.
Aye.
After all, as they teach us at the Academy, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. I was trying to talk to the man, but...
You don't think all the monsters in Caliburgh have gone ghouly too, do you?
Well... oh, God, I'm dying. Of all the monsters in Arbor, you alone were unaffected. I fear we must prepare for the worst.
Oh no! What are we going to do? Come on, Helix. Be brave. I'm sure we'll find something in Caliburgh that'll help us get them all back to normal.
Aye, we must. Have courage, little friend. All's not lost.
Okay then, I'll be brave, I promise. I'm too scared of getting squished to join in the fighting, but if you're in danger, I'll give you a heal.
And he does. When you get critical down in your health, he'll heal you up.
Oh.
My brother's in Caliburgh. I hope he's safe. I mean, he won't do it all the time, but he does it. I fear for the safety of the citizens of Caliburgh. We have precious little time to spare. Let us make our preparations and depart.
You wouldn't happen to have any ingredients, would you? Ingredients? What kind of ingredients?
Oh, you know, the types of odds and ends that monsters sometimes drop. Dragon hides, slime drops, that sort of thing. I practice alchemy, the art of turning those apparently useless items into noticeably useful items, shall we say. I'm afraid there's little I can do for you now, as my alchemy pot is yet to arrive, but I expect to get things up and running quite soon. With that in mind, you'd better hold on to any ingredients you find in the meantime. Bring them to me later, and I'll make some fine items for you. Yeah, we don't have access to the alchemy pot just yet. I think King Doofus here is going to tell us about skill points. A moment, if you will. I trust that you're still carrying your Vimstones.
Yep.
Oh, the ones you gave us to help us beat those monsters back at Arbor, you mean? Of course.
Splendid! I hardly need remind you, then, that Vimstones can draw out the dormant might within you, the potent power of tension. These splendid stones allow the wielder to manifest more and more tension as battle progresses. And once that tension reaches its upper limit... The power to dispatch an army in a single stroke is ours, correct?
Truly commendable.
Exactly, my lad! A power amply demonstrated in our recent skirmish in the streets of Arbor. The art of tension building is a profound one, and its secrets deep beyond measure. You have much to learn on the subject. For now, be sure to always keep your Vimstone about your person. It will grow in strength as you do. Yea, the mightier you become, the greater shall be the power of tension at your disposal. So, yeah, if you want to look at something, the build I'm going for is get Frost Slash. Zap is meh. I mean, once you get Kazap, it's pretty good. But this is borderline frickin' broken. The other thing I want to get, Extending Cold Fission's really good. And that's pretty good. The rest of these, don't really care. I don't really care about that. It's not very useful. That's very good. And she's got a couple others that are pretty good, like Critical Hits, Buffer. That's pretty good. So main character, she gets pretty good stuff. Lucius gets basically the same stuff, just he does fire instead of ice, but the ice is so much better. As you'll see once I get Frost Slash going here with the buff on it. So this is a guy, he stops, he goes, "Hey, you're about to go to a monster place." And I'm like, "Yeah, let me go." I'm ready to go, just let me go. So now we gotta go whacking a bunch of monsters. Splendid, splendid! The gates of Caliburgh within sight at last. And do I dare hope that this fair town remains untouched? I fear not, your majesty. Do not look now, but I see signs of monsters making their way through the long grass houses. And I doubt they're sneaking up like that to say hello. It's like it just wasn't armor after all. Then our first task shall be to clear these fields of unfriendly beasts. Come, friends, to arms! Yeah. Yeah, and if you ever want to like leave an area, you just hit evac and hit start. You go to evac and it's both done. Slimes are so easy, and with the new sword, I just plow right through.
Could that be? It is one of the nightmares that appeared after we defeated the dragons.
It's an imp. They're annoying.
Good eye, boy. And yet, it does seem somewhat different from the one we encountered in armor.
You're right. It looks like that monster's guarding it.
Wait, if we could... Yes, of course. Come, we must defeat this creature.
Items? Nope. She slimes. There we go. Ooh, I'm about to level up.
No way. That weird portal thingy disappeared when you beat that monster.
And their numbers no longer increase. It is as I thought. That creature was summoning them here.
That has to be it. Okay, let's look around and make sure there aren't any more like it nearby.
Alright, where we're going is right to the front gate, and then we'll loop around because there's a treasure box up here. I remember this. There's a couple of them. Yeah, there's one up here.
There! Another more keeper! Come! We must defeat it, and quickly!
Oh, there's just a freaking hammer hood sitting up there.
Steel yourselves!
Yeah, boy!
Yes!
And normally that voice, the yes, would come through on the controller, but I have that turned off. Come on, mini metal. Yes! Must get more of those. Oh, there's sanguinies. Oh, I heard you. Oh yeah, he's at Searing Slash. Like I said, Lucius is the fire swordsman, and she's the ice one. The ice queen. Oh, dropped the thing. Got some kitty litter! Every monster has like 2 items they can drop. Which is good to just kill everything because they all drop money and they all give you experience. I'm gonna show off Frost Slash. Boom! Oh, indeed. More items. No, this isn't bad to sit here and grind a little bit. tension build up.
Searing slash!
I can farm a few items. Now there's a finite amount of enemies that come through these things. So it's good to just farm what you can when you can. Alright, got my level up, so I'm gonna pop that. Yeah, and then you get a bunch of abilities. You can even double jump, you can dash in the air, all kinds of cool stuff. The only thing that matters is the coup de grace.
This ends right now.
You're gonna get a damage boost, and I think you're vulnerable, and all of your spells cost no MP.
Giga Slash!
Jeez.
More keepers may yet appear. We must remain vigilant.
Don't see any more items.
Another one!
Clean these guys up. Item. Okay, I think that's the enemy, so let's head down here to this one. Oh, I froze him. Halfway to another level up. Get that. Hit him, Lucius. No. Ow. Item. Oh, guys, we're grinding out levels.
There we go. That looks like the last of the More Keepers. As long as we win, that's all that matters.
Looks like that's all the monsters outside of town cleaned up. Let's get inside and make sure everyone's okay in there. Wait, to charge them blindly would be foolish and needlessly dangerous. Though the situation is urgent, acting without a carefully considered plan will aid us little. More haste, less speed, eh? There's value in such judicious caution, lad. Very well, let's return to the camp and make ready. Those weird portal things. The monsters were practically pouring out of them.
Yes.
Night Mauls, was it? We witnessed their power in Arbor, too. If the land is rife with Night Mauls, then the situation is grave indeed. It is as the tales of my royal forebears warn. When Night Mauls cross the realm do rise, the light doth fade, fading, dies. The dark gatekeepers summon seas of mindless monsters, souls diseased. The mindless monsters and the gatekeepers certainly seem too familiar for coincidence.
What?
Wait, so do you mean the whole world is in danger? That I cannot say. There's an ancient legend, and the lines between truth and myth are blurred with the passing of time. For now, all we may do is make haste and attempt to discover how gravely our realm is afflicted. Alright, so we gained 2 level ups, 5 skill points. There's not really much here we need to do. I can probably buy the steel shield now. Yeah, let's go and get that and equip it. Defense. And that's all we're going to do here because everybody's still saying the same crap. So let's just move out. So, to Caliburgh!
Gird your loins, friends. We know not what lies beyond these gates.
Me. Let me go first.
Here too, just as we feared.
Well, this doesn't look too good. So what do we do?
Fear not. I have devised a winning strategy. We begin by falling back, thereby lulling the enemy into a false sense of security. When they lower their guard, we strike. Wait for my signal, and then we
On second
advance...
thoughts, forget it.
What?
Shabams, shablamos, shaboobs.
That was a close shave, wasn't it?
Confounded. My strategy did not account for the intervention of a third party.
Oh, wow. That was amazing. You really saved our bacon. Thank you so much.
We've yet to establish if this woman is friend or foe.
Charmed, I'm sure. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. I'm Isla, head of the Institute of Ingenuity. It's nice to meet you, at last.
Your timing is impeccable as ever, my dear. We are in your debt.
Glad to be of service, Your Majesty. Oh, you're a jumpy one, aren't you? But I have to say, I like that in a man. Makes you all the more fun to dissect.
You mean to study me? I fear I may prove a rather complex case.
Oh, get over yourself. She's joking, you idiot.
Oh, I never joke about my work. Why don't you pop by my lab one day and let me take a look at you? Brave Captain.
What? Wait, that's enough of that!
There will be time for that later. But first, you must help us find our way around Caliburgh. If we are to protect this place, we shall have need of your incomparable talents.
Oh, it would be my pleasure, Your Majesty. Besides... I'm not about to stand by and watch while these monsters dismantle this town. After all, what would become of all my beautiful inventions? Shall we?
So we have a new party member, Isla. She's pretty cool. Isla, was it? You're not really planning on taking Lucius back to your lab, are you? What am I saying? Thanks for helping us out back there.
Oh, I wouldn't miss the chance to help a little sweetie like you. I mean a big, strong guardswoman, of course. Now, I do believe I promised you a tour of Caliburgh. I fear it will be a bit more of a tour of duty than a sightseeing tour. Very droll, lad. Very droll indeed. Now you two. Isla's in charge. Do as she says or you'll regret it.
The monsters keep pouring in through these strange portals. There's no end to them.
Those are called night maws. You can close them by beating the wallkeepers who guard them.
Nightmares, eh? Well, I guess we better start shutting them down. All right, let's get to work.
Yes, keep getting more level ups.
These strange devices scattered around the town. These are your
Tons of items
inventions.
up here.
They're amazing, aren't they? What do they all do? Cold Fisher!
Well, most of them are to protect the town. Better safe than sorry and all that.
Ooh, a rare item indeed,
But
a
my
mini medal.
greatest invention is something else entirely. Stick around for the grand unveiling.
That's Pope.
That's the mallkeepers dealt with. Now we just need to take care of the stragglers.
All right, job done.
Oh, I gotta look for treasure boxes.
Sorry, but it won't be quite that simple. We've more guests headed this way from outside town. Though it just so happens that outside town is exactly where one of my favorite inventions is pointed. Come on, I'll show you how it works.
Now you can learn how to use turrets. Chest. Chest. Yes! Oh, many medals. I need like 53 of them? Or 59, something like that. I think it's 53. It's the first item that I want to get.
Here she is, the spellcaster. Isn't she beautiful? Why don't you hop on and give her a try? The monsters are crossing the bridge. Steady your aim and fire. Bullseye! Lovely work. In the right hands, the spellcaster makes short work of any battle.
Yes!
Ha! All in a day's work.
Excellent. It seems all is quiet here for now. Come, we must return to the camp and discuss... Oh, don't tell me. Discuss strategies and long and excruciatingly detailed ride. Ugh. Do we really have to? Oh, a strategy meeting. My favorite. Can I join in? I have a wee favor I'd like to ask you anyway. A favor? Sure. But what can we do for you? Yeah, just a little guard duty, that's all. I'll explain more once we get back to your camp. Yeah, the first part of this game's a wee bit on the boring side, but it's not too bad. It'll pick up here like the next 2 or 3 missions. Right, let's get the introductions out of the way, shall we? Isla, head of the Institute of Ingenuity, as mentioned previously, and you are? Sorry, where are my manners? I'm Aurora, and this is Lucius. We're the captains of the Royal Guard. Well, you've certainly proved you're well qualified. You made swift work of those monsters back there. Poor confused dears. Anyway, as I mentioned, I have a favor to ask you. You see, there's a little something I needed delivered to the city. And what might that be? Well, me and my team have been building a very interesting little ship these past few years, and all it needs is one last vital component, a generator. We just finished moving the thing from the capital to the city gates when all the fuss started, and now the monsters are blocking the way to the Institute. That generator is the product of my blood, sweat, and tears, of more blood, sweat, and tears than you care to imagine. So...
Yes.
I see. You would have us defend the generator while you complete its delivery to the Institute. I'm glad you catch on quickly. Can I count on you for this little favor?
Got it.
Of course. There shouldn't be any trouble at all. Right, Your Majesty?
None whatsoever! This ship of yours may be just the thing we need to help us survey the state of the kingdom, Isla.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. And once this little matter is dealt with, I'll be able to join you on your tour of inspection. There's plenty of other inventions beside the ship to show you. You'll not regret taking me along.
Most heartening indeed! Then let the four of us journey together, united in our quest to restore order!
So these are the 4 original characters that you can control in this game. Okay, now we can switch characters in battle. We can use Lucius. He does fire things. And we have the
Royal Rumbler, Doric. A weighty warrior king who combines stunning strength, stupendous speed, and a spectacular selection of skills. His crushed ice attack unleashes a stinging series of snowy projectiles, so perfect for finishing off fleeing foes.
And then the long-range Lassie, a feisty and inventive fighter who bashes baddies from a distance with a boomerang. And they are pretty fun skills, but I'm not really going to use her that much. She's fun to use, but I'm not going to use her. Oh, I need 20 freaking skill points. There's Isla. We'll talk to her. I'll be studying you very closely on our little field trip, Captain. I hope you don't mind. Alright, well that's going to be all for today, and, oh wait, we got things we can do. Let me go and do my shopping now. I'm not going to buy anything from Lucius. He doesn't need anything. She doesn't really need anything either. I'd like to get a Gusta ring for her, but, And so you can look at items and see dodge, attack, and blocking bonuses they give.
Be lucky.
Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later!